All right, what is going on, everybody? I'm joined here with my guy Edson. He's been selling on Amazon for right around a year now. Has some big plans going forward. He's scaled his store to over 40,000 a month now, so he's really starting to heat up and take this thing full time. So I wanted him to come on here and kind of share some of his experiences while pivoting to full time online arbitrage, and obviously drop a ton of gems in here. He's a beast at finding products. He has his systems dialed in. He's vetted lots of VAs. He has a lot of experience in the business now, so this is going to be a good conversation. So Edson, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, thank you for having me. How are you doing?
For sure, man. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Look, man, on Amazon's crazy. A lot of sellers come and go. What kind of got you into Amazon? I guess like what was your first aha moment that this works, and when did you really fully commit to doing this business?
So I started about a year ago. I was working a job. I was a truck driver before this, so my schedule is super tight. I think my first breakout moment where I seen that this really works was, I think like about a week in, I found this product posted at FBM. I was only doing FBM because I was scared to send in FBA and things not sell and have money tied up. But got this product from Target and listed it. And while I was at the store, I sold all 20 that I had in my cart. And after that, went to another Target, picked up more, and they just kept selling. Like, it was crazy. I had to find a store that would be willing to sell me 800 units that they had in the back. And yeah, I think that's when I realized that this does work. It's just more about getting good at sourcing and being able to find those products that move like that or just move slowly but consistently every month.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the breakout moments. The thing with Amazon that I also had the same exact experience, very similar experience, is you can get that proof of concept so fast because stuff just sells. Like you don't need to go and make a listing. You don't have to go and run up a store or anything. You literally just list the product, sell it, make a profit, and you're like, okay, this is something I can definitely try to scale. I had the same exact thing, and that's what I really want to stress to everybody. You can get proof of concept extremely fast. Literally, go find an item that sells fast and list it and sell it, and you're going to see for yourself that this does work. That's what's really cool about Amazon. You mentioned about sourcing and getting efficient at sourcing in ways that is better to source, especially for new sellers. And I remember when I first talked with you, you were already really good at sourcing. You had like that sourcing eye. Do you kind of want to share with us like your favorite ways to source and maybe a couple tips to help people that are still struggling to find products?
Yeah, I think my favorite way to source is just storefront stocking, the easiest way that I recommend any new seller to begin with. And that's just pretty much going through other seller stores and finding products that they're already selling that might be profitable for us too. You could usually find those stores on listings that have a lot of sellers, big offer counts, and yeah, just go through those stores and hopefully find some profitable items in there. Um, I would say just be consistent and don't expect to find anything at first. So then when you do find something, it'll make your day, make you feel good about yourself, and they'll show you that this really works. Yeah, I guess there's
100%,
a
man. You dropped a couple
yeah.
gems there. I want people to make sure they heard right. Look for listings that have a lot of offers, even if it's not profitable today. Like you said, it was before. Otherwise, there wouldn't be offers on there. Which means these sellers, even though they have maybe a product that doesn't work out good, they're gonna have some stuff on their stores that are profitable, and that's where you want to start your searches for. Yeah, reverse sourcing is a craft. Like you got to really develop that Amazon eye. And in my opinion as well, I think storefront stocking for new sellers is for sure the easiest to find products, but also it really teaches you what to look for and what brands to look for, and then you can later use tools like Keep a Product Finder to dig into those brands some more and really build out your store. Okay, which is another thing I want to touch on. Is really building out that store, building out a system of a VA, building out a system of having all these products that you can eventually buy. I know that's something that you hammer really hard. Is really building out a wide range of products that sell all year, or products that you can kind of restock here and there. So I guess what are some things that you've implemented? I know you have a VA, but kind of touch on some of that. Like, what are some things that you implemented to help make it easier to spend money?
I think starting out, what I wish I would have done is track products using Keepa when I found them, and just put in what I need them at to be profitable. Because now it could have given me some good leads. But that's something that I do now. I'll track products that I find close to being profitably. It's just the listing is tanked at the moment, but at some point it'll come up and it'll send me that email saying that it's where I need it to be at, so I could just go ahead and buy it. And then I have one VA right now that's been helping me out. He's been great. Um, yeah, he's been a big part of helping me scale and being able to find leads on the days that aren't good, because not every day is going to be a good day where you're finding a bunch of leads until you get to that point where you get it down real good. And yeah, I think that that's mainly what's been helping me scale. A lot of it also has been having a spend goal. You need to have a spend goal in mind daily to hit so you could continue to grow. And yeah, just kind of adjust with that every single month and reevaluate your goals.
Yeah, you spoke on a couple of things there too, like the Keepa product finder, or sorry, having the track product with Keepa, tracking all your old listings. This is super super crucial, like you said, because these items are profitable and then they're not, right? And that's just the reality of arbitrage, and that's kind of how you have to navigate the business. So doing it in an efficient way is what's going to help you make more money long term, right? There could be listings that you sell all year. I'm sure you have a lot of listings that you always sell, and those are great products. But there's obviously other listings in your store that you can only sell for half the year, but they're really profitable, or 70% of the year. And that's what that tracking system really allows you to do. As for the VA, yeah, same thing with me. When scaling, getting a VA, that definitely helped just introduce new products, allowed me to have some of my spend goal go to new products that my VA sent me, and then having the additional spend goal go to old leads that maybe I sold through yesterday or the week before that are resurfacing, and just really have an efficient way to spend your money, because spend goal is what you can control for your arbitrage business. So if you can spend 20K efficiently, you're going to produce 40K in revenue, and your numbers should make sense as long as you're analyzing correctly. Which, yeah, that's another thing. Analysis. Any tips for anyone that's struggling to analyze products?
I would say if you could find someone with like or join like a community with people that already have experience, when you have like second thoughts on like a keep a graph looking off, as in like an IP being given, like where the offer count drops, or if you're just questioning on whether it is good. If you have a good community around you, you could go ahead and ask someone in there that you talk to or have built a relationship with to review them, just to kind of learn off each other. I think that's something I struggled with for a long time, and it held me back quite a bit. I think I could have been where I'm at months ago if I would have just took action and didn't hesitate too much.
Yeah, analysis is a big thing, and getting a second opinion is always beneficial, especially if you have no idea what you're looking at. Because there are a lot of red flags. There's items that you just should never list on. And as a new seller, and this is why people I see get burned so often, is when they're sourcing in stores and sourcing like high end beauty products. I just spoke with Melissa not too long ago, and that was her issue in the beginning. It's like you're buying products that you shouldn't be selling under, but you don't know this because you're brand new. So you really want to study what you can and can't do on Amazon, because there are rules and there are things you want to stay away from. And having a good grasp of that kind of stuff is going to save you big time. Just saving your account and you know, obviously protecting all those assets. So yeah, man. But when did you take Amazon full time? How long has it been now?
It's been a couple months now, like about a month or two already. I gave it a try a little bit ago, and just wanted to keep going and make sure that it was something that was gonna hold up. I don't know. For a while, I just hesitated, and I think that's what's held me up. But this time, I'm staying at it full time. Left my job, and I'm getting into wholesale now, so doing a little bit of both. So hopefully that will help me scale up a lot faster and hit bigger numbers, bigger goals.
Yeah, it's good to have that infrastructure in place with OA. You have your VA, you have your old products getting tracked, and you're able to spend that money and do the OA side. It probably frees up a lot of that time to now devote to wholesale. You're looking for a wholesale VA now too, right? You've gone through a lot of VAs.
Yeah. It's been tough finding a VA. That's one thing I could say. It's tough finding a VA that's solely gonna work for you. I have one that I trust, got him a MacBook so he could have some good equipment to work with. I think that's one advice I have for you guys is if you find a VA that's solid and you got a time tracker on them or whatever it is that you guys use to build that trust and just know that VA is solely working for you. Um, yeah, treat them right, pay them well, and keep them motivated to keep working. If you need good equipment to do this business, they do as well. And if you could provide that'd be great. But for a while, I was working with other VAs that were working for several people at a time and just sending me leads, and I was just paying them per lead, keeping track of them. So that is another option if you're okay with that. But usually those leads are fast and then they tank, and yeah, it's not that long term or sustainable. But
Yeah,
yeah,
100%. Yeah, VAs, I mean, look, end of the day, they need to make a living, and they're going to work for whoever they can. But unfortunately for us, we need a way to have them only work for us, and incentivizing them is the best way to do so. Buying them a MacBook, that's obviously that's going to incentivize them a lot more. But having a proper way to vet out the VA, having a proper job application posting, having a proper way to interview them. What I typically recommend for anyone looking to hire a VA is put them through a process of give them a list on Keep a Product Finder. So generate a list of products that you know are arbitrageable, send it to them, and have them only source off of that, because this will tell you directly if they are only sourcing off the list or if they're pulling off a leads list, right? So obviously if they find something that's not on the list, hey, what are you doing, dude? Obviously you're pulling this off a leads list, and you can go ahead and get rid of them right away, because 90% of VAs are probably going to be doing that, or at least working for someone else. And this is a crucial piece of scaling. And yeah, hiring a VA is definitely just as tricky as sourcing and analysis as you scale up, but it's a very important piece of the business when you're looking to outsource a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, man, you've been through, you've been doing Amazon for a while. What's maybe like the biggest mistake you've made in the last year? Like any product that ended up you got screwed over on, or something that happened?
No, I don't think so. I'd say something small was I think with office supply recently, I had posted in the group about it. They sent me a product that was like right on their policy where they just promised like 30 days with food expiring. So took a loss on quite a bit of units of that. So I had to eat up that cost. But besides that, no, I think I've usually try to stick to coaching just because I was working a job where I was working like 18, 20 hours sometimes. So I didn't really want to take it slow. I was trying to get out of that situation. So yeah, I've gone through coaching, learned a lot from you being in your group, and yeah, that's been it. I think if someone wants to learn and kind of like in a fast paced manner and get this business going, I would say go for coaching unless you have the time to learn everything and make the mistakes. But yeah, I think coaching has saved me from getting into those types of mistakes because you've already been them, so you've in them, so you've helped me overcome being in that position and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Touch on that too, like with the issues and mistakes, right? Like IPs. I know that was a big point of topic when we started. It was like avoiding IPs and like the red flags, and that's probably the biggest thing new sellers will just not even know of. And that's
Yeah.
definitely where getting a second opinion or some help could obviously get around that and help with that. And also to touch on the office supply situation, this is why I talk about it a lot, and I think it's important. And I know you've also followed these like guidelines, is placing test orders and smaller orders in case something does go wrong. Like for example, that situation, it's just unavoidable. It's unlucky, but it happens. Stuff like that happens. It's good to place smaller orders, so if that does happen, worst case scenario, you're not out a ton of money. And this is why we place light test orders, test them, sell them through, see your profits, and then based off those numbers, you can easily tell if this is something that you actually want to replenish or not. So, yeah, dude. I mean, like we've kind of already touched on it a bit, but like your plans to scale, you said you're getting into wholesale, you're doing that, your OA operation running, and now you're really looking to pivot to wholesale and looking to hire VA and stuff. I know you've only been doing wholesale for about a month now, but what are your like plans over 2025? Like, what are you trying to get to, spend wise, revenue wise, profit wise? What's that looking like for you?
I'm just trying to grow this business as much as possible for my family and my kids. Hopefully, get a warehouse, get some help with the prep because prep is taking out a bunch of my time with OA now that I'm buying a lot more and going deeper and stuff. As far as wholesale, it's been these past 30 days been pretty good. I think we've made a lot of progress, locked up quite a bit of accounts. It's just been pricing that's kind of held me up from placing orders at some places and shipping. I think my biggest goal right now is to find another VA that could focus on online arbitrage so I could have my current VA move over to just strictly wholesale stuff. Um, just because he's been great, has learned a lot quickly, and it's something that I would like to learn together with him, so I could run my ideas through him and see if it's something that I should be like moving forward with, just for like a second opinion. But yeah, I think just scaling, just continuing to grow and hopefully, um, yeah, get to some better places with this business.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's end of the day, it's your spend, and the easiest way to do that is have some systems in place, have products to buy. Wholesale is just another venue of this, right? It seems like you're going for that hybrid model. Spend 60K a month on some good products, produce 120 in revenue, make your money cash flow, and you build a successful business. But yeah, it takes time. All this stuff takes time. This is a process, it's a journey. Anyone looking to start Amazon or that's already doing Amazon, you know this. This takes time. This is a long business. This is a real business. It's a tangible business. So we're touching products. Think of yourself like a large or like a smaller version of Walmart. Essentially, that's what I like to think about it. We sell all kinds of products. So thank you, dude, for joining me and sharing some sauce for us. Especially on the sourcing side and scaling side, man. You have a really unique perspective on all this. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.